What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Marisa Naya, and I'm back with another video. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. Sorry for the wait. I've been gone for like a little minute, but I don't really have an excuse. I've just been being lazy. But I'm back, and I'm trying to be more consistent. So yeah, thanks y'all for 400 subscribers. And I said when I got 400, I was gonna drop a video on how to start a business. So that's what today's video will be about. How to start a business. You either watching this video because you want to start a business or you just like watching my videos. Either way, it's cool. But just know I'm gonna teach y'all all the ropes, everything you need to know how to start a business. Not just any business, a successful business, a business that will last long, and a business that will make you money. So, if you guys do not know, I do have a business. It's called Sanaya, and I design and sell clothes and accessories. Like, you know, some people are meant to be entrepreneurs. Some people are meant to be doctors. Some people are meant to be 9-to-5 workers. Anything you want to do, perfectly fine. That's your life, your decision, your choice, your talent, whatever the case may be. But I know that I'm meant to be an entrepreneur. I've been like, ever since I was a kid, I always like found like a hustle to do. I started off with a bunch of different businesses, but it took me like a couple tries to really figure out what it is that I had a passion for. So I eventually found my passion. What's the word I'm thinking of? My destiny? I don't really know. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but fashion is what I want to do. And yeah, so if you want to start a business, if you feel like the entrepreneur life is for you, then this is the video to watch. So without further ado, let's get started. But first, I want to start out with some disclaimers. You do not have to do exactly what it is that I say in this video. There's no like set rules. There's no set order. There's no rules on how to start a business, because it's your business. You do what you want to do. You do it how you want to do it. And that's like the advantages of being a business owner or entrepreneur, because you get to do things your way. This video is just to help you get a more structured idea of how to start. Some people don't know where to start at all. Some people don't know what you have to do, what's required. So I'm just using my knowledge from what I know, from my research, from my experience, to teach y'all how to start a business. So if you don't want to do something that I mentioned, there's no problem with that. You don't have to do exactly what I say. This is just what I did and what I think you should do to start your business. Second, disclaimer number 2, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. I'm gonna just tell you that now. You will have problems, you will have ups and downs, and you are the boss basically. So you're the one who has to solve those problems, and that's where the hard part comes in. But it's 100% worth it. I'm just letting y'all know it's not for everybody. If you don't feel like it's right for you, you don't have to force it. Everybody is not meant to be a business owner, and that's just that. My third disclaimer, and this is like probably one of the most important ones: don't announce your business plans, your ideas, whatever it is that you have. Don't announce it until it's done. And what I mean when I say that, sometimes when you excited about your plans and you happy about them, you want to share them. And in some cases, that's fine. You might need advice or whatever. But in most cases, you don't want to do that. And that's with anybody. Like, if you want to tell your best friend, maybe you can. But in some cases, everybody don't want to see you win. And sometimes, like, if you would tell your friend or your family member or your coworker, whoever it may be, they might try to, discourage you or discredit your idea, or, just make you feel like your plan or your idea is not good enough, and you don't want anything or anybody to get in the way of what you want to do. So that's the first reason why I say don't announce it till it's done. The second reason why I say that is because sometimes when you tell people information, they like to take it and use it as their own. So you don't want to announce what it is that you have planned until it's done, to set in stone till you know, till you have everything set up right. Don't just go share your ideas with people because they will steal them or they might try to discourage you. Okay, so the first step to starting your own business is to find your passion. And you want to find something that you love to do, something that you have interest in, something that just comes naturally to you. Like if you're doing something that you don't love or you don't even really like, to be honest, it will feel like a job. It will feel like you just doing it for the money, which in most cases people do start businesses just to make money, but that is not what you want to, like, that's not the mindset you want to have starting a business. You want to start a business to make a difference. You want to find your purpose and make that purpose into a way to make money. So don't just start a business because you need extra money. That's not a business. That's called a side hustle. That's something you do on the side to make money. A business is something that you have a passion for, something that you do to make money, but not just to make money, if that makes sense. So if you just do it for the money, it's gonna feel like a job, which defeats the purpose of being a business owner, because being a business owner, you don't have to work for nobody else. You work for yourself, right? Do something that you love and find something that you have interest in. You know, having a business takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of effort. And you don't want to waste any of those things doing something just to make a quick dollar. Like, if that's the case, just go get a job. Like, it defeats the purpose of being a business owner. You can, like, find anything that interests you. So, for example, I design clothes and I sell them because I've always had an interest in fashion and modeling and styling, things of that nature. It just took me a while to figure out what it is that I really wanted to do. So now that I found it, it like comes naturally to me. It's not like I wake up happy every day to do what I love to do. I don't wake up like, oh, I gotta go to work today. If you do makeup, you can sell makeup. You can sell lashes. You can sell lip gloss. If you're into accessories, you can sell accessories. If you're into shoes, you can sell shoes. You can resell shoes. You can fix shoes. You can clean shoes. I don't know. But just find something like that you have passion for. Like, have interest in your business. It will show because you will not put in the full effort for it. People will be able to tell. And if you don't have interest, your business will not last long. And I'm telling that from experience because I used to sell hair. And like I started selling hair just to make money. Really, I didn't really like selling hair, and it was like just something to make money. But eventually I stopped doing it because I had literally no interest in doing it, and I wasn't putting in my full effort to do it because that's not something that I wanted to do. So do something that you have interest in. Don't just do something to make money. Next, you want to come up with a business plan. And there's different types of business plans. But the first plan you want to come up with is your financial plan. You want to think about how you're going to fund your business. So, for example, if you work a 9 to 5, if you work at McDonald's, you work at a shoe store, you can use part of that money to set aside for your business in the beginning, because you do need money to start off your business. You don't need like a big amount of money depending on what field you're going into, but you're gonna need money to start off. It's not, in a lot of cases, it's not cheap. Some different businesses is cheaper than others, but you're gonna need money to start off. So think about if you want to use your money from your job to fund that, if you're going to get a loan to fund that, if you're going to, you know, get money out your savings account to fund your business, you need to get it planned out. I don't care what nobody tell you. Do not quit your job just because you're starting a business. Do not quit your job just because you're starting a business. Because, first of all, how are you going to pay for your business without a job? How are you going to buy products for your business without money? That don't make sense. And for some people, it has worked in the past. Like, they just went out on a limb, quit their job, and focused solely on their passion. And in some cases it worked, but it's not a really smart, financially smart decision to make. So I don't recommend doing that. And you need to come up with a budget for your business. So you need to come up with how much money you want to spend starting off. Like if you only have a certain amount in your savings that you want to spend, come up with a budget. Like I'm going to spend this much on, I'm going to spend this much on inventory. I'm going to spend this much on business cards. I'm going to spend this much on I'm going to spend this much on my website or whatever. And you really need to keep track of all your expenses, just because you want to know how much you're spending and how much you're making, just to see like if you're actually making profit, which in the beginning you probably won't, because there'll be more expenses than money coming in. So just keep track of your expenses. This is away from the financial part of your business plan. Now you want to plan out your goals. Think about where you want to be 5 years from now, where you want to be 10 years from now. Is this business going to last me that long? Am I going to be able to, do this for that long? Like, is this something that I want to do for 10 years? In 10 years, how much money do I want to have made? Like, you need to set your goals and plans and like just get everything laid out so you know exactly what you're doing it for, why you're doing it, and how you're going to do it. Okay, so next you want to do your research. And so what I mean by this, if you're learning how to do something, for example, if you want to start a lip gloss business and you have to learn, of course you have to learn how to make the lip gloss. Get on YouTube and find a video how to make lip gloss. Do your research, find what ingredients are best for lip gloss. Find what colors are the most popular. You want to do your research and figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And make sure you are capable of doing it before you invest your money and your time into doing something. And that's not just for lip gloss. It goes for anything. If you want to learn how to do something or just want to learn how to find something, get on YouTube, because YouTube will teach you how to do literally anything. Next, do your research and find your vendors. So if you are going to be selling bundles, if you're going to be selling accessories, if you're going to be selling clothes, if you're going to be selling eyelashes, you have to find your vendors for that. And you want to look around, source your vendors, find which ones are in your budget, find which ones have the products that you want to sell, find which ones have better shipping prices. You want to do your research and find your vendors, so you see how much you would need to be spending, so you see what type of products are available to sell and things of that nature. I want to do a video on how to find vendors, because for some people it can be hard, but I recommend getting on Alibaba to find vendors. They have everything that you could think of, literally. Get on there, look up anything that you need: clothes, bundles, lashes, accessories, whatever it is. Look on Alibaba.com, and they also have an app too. And you can also find vendors on Instagram. Yeah, I recommend just Instagram. The next step you want to take is to come up with a business name. So this seems like an easy step, kind of, but it's really hard, okay? Really hard. This step is not easy at all. You want to, this requires a lot of creativity and a lot of thought. So you need to come up with a name for your business. You want to come up with something simple, not long, rememberable. You want to be something simple that is rememberable, that people will be able to find, that people will remember. Also, you do not want to use basic words like babe, boss, mink, luxe, bougie, Barbie. Things that a lot of people use already. A lot of people have used already. And there's too many brands with the same keywords in them. And if you have a brand with those names in it, I'm not saying that to offend you, but you have to think about it. So many people are using those names. It's going to be hard to set yourself apart when you have almost the same name as somebody else. You want it to be the only name, the only business with that name, so it's easily found. You don't want to basically give your, okay, so say two people in the same city got the name Boss Bundles. Somebody like your hair and they say, oh, I got it from Boss Bundles. And they go to the other Boss Bundles down the street. Boss Bundles down the street getting your money because y'all got the same name. Come up with something unique. You don't want to use anything that's overused and common. Also, you don't want to completely copy anybody's name either. So if I did name my business Boss Bundles, I would be copying somebody else's business name literally, because that's already taken. So first, I recommend going on Instagram, seeing if that username is taken, and then you need to go on uspto.gov, and that's where you can see what names are trademarked. So in some cases you can use a name that's already used. I don't know why you would want to, but if it's not trademarked, then it's not legally theirs, so you can use it, I guess. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, because if that business already has a name and already has like a name for itself literally, then why would you want to use somebody else's name? So if somebody already has that name trademarked and you use that name to make money off of, you can get sued big time and lose all that money you made using that name. That's why you don't want to use somebody else's name, because you're that's stealing basically. And if they have trademarks, they have paperwork, they are lawfully protected, that name is protected by the law, you will get sued. You will get sued. You cannot use other people's names to come up. That's just how it works. Just like if you built a brand and you got your name, how would you feel if somebody came up and used your name to make money off of it? That wouldn't be fair to you, right? So you don't want to use anybody else's name. You want to come up with something unique and simple, but rememberable. Okay, so now that you have your passion, you have your plan, you have what else? You've done your research and you came up with a business name. Now it's time to get a logo. This is one of the most important steps. Like, your logo is an image that represents your brand. When somebody sees this logo, you want them to immediately think of your brand. You don't want them to get confused with something else. You want them to immediately associate that with your brand. So if you have like a cute little logo, you be like, oh, that's the girl, that's the brand with them cute clothes, that's the brand with the good hair, that's the brand with the cute lashes, that's the brand with the cute purses. You want your logo to 100% represent everything you do. You can make your logo or you can have it made by somebody else. I recommend having it made by somebody else, especially starting off if you don't have any experience in graphic design, just because it looks more professional that way, by paying somebody that's experienced in that field to design it for you. So I did have most of my logos that I've had before were designed by a graphic designer, not by me. And you want your logo, like, the graphic designers, they charge, like, their prices vary, but let me just say, you really get what you pay for when you're paying for like anything in the graphic design field. So you don't want to be cheap when it comes to your logo, because this is something that represents your brand. You don't want anything cheap to represent your brand, do you know? So logos usually range from about $80 to $200, with $80 being the lowest and $200 being the most, $200 being the best quality, and $80 being the worst. And sometimes it does vary, like, just because you pay $200 doesn't mean it's better than the $80 one, because sometimes they have like the same skill set, but you know, just charge different prices. And so you just want to do your research. You can get on Instagram and find graphic designers, look up hashtag logo design, graphic design. You can find like Black-owned graphic designers, whatever you choose. Just find a good graphic designer. You want to make sure they provide you with the right files that you need, like transparent, PNG. I don't really know all the names of the other ones, but make sure that they have like a regular logo for you as a picture and a transparent one that you can put on your website, your pictures, your whatever, your clothes, anything. When you're coming up with a design for your logo, don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Logos are supposed to be simple and sleek and professional and rememberable. Don't get a logo design with a picture of you. Don't get a logo design with a cartoon illustration of you. You want your logo to be something that you can put on anything. You want your logo to be able to put on a billboard, on a shirt, on a sign, above your building, on anything. And if you have those things in your logo, I'm not saying that to offend you. I'm just saying, like, that's not the most professional look. And you want everything to look clean and professional and rememberable. So, like, Apple. When you see an apple with a chunk bit out of it, you know that's Apple. You know it's representing the Apple company. Steve Jobs didn't put a portrait of him in the logo to put on the back of a phone. Like, don't do that. Just don't. It's not the right look. It's not a good look, I should say. When somebody see it, you want them to recognize your brand. Like the Louis Vuitton logo. When you see that, you know what it stands for. The Gucci logo. When you see that, you know what it stands for. The Versace logo. When you see that, you know what it stands for. And your logo can be a word or icon, or, you know, either it can be a logo or icon, a word or icon, or both of those combined, but you just don't want to do like portraits, cartoons, like you don't want to do nothing out like way too, don't do too much. Okay, so next you want to get your paperwork done, and the paperwork you need, first you need a EIN, which is an employee identification number, and you need that for like most websites like Shopify, Wix. I think you need it. Probably other websites too. Like you have to actually have like register as a business, not just like, you know, as yourself. And you need to get, depending on your state, you might need a business license. I didn't really need a business license. I needed a sales tax license, to charge sales tax on my business, and you get that from like your state's website. So for me, it's Michigan.gov. For others, it'd be like your state, probably .gov. I don't really know for sure. And that's pretty much it. You can get your business name trademarked, but starting off, I don't recommend it because it's very expensive. Very expensive. It's not cheap at all. And you know, you might change your name along the line, and you don't want to waste $1,000 on something that you're not gonna use. But don't wait too late to get your trademark, because like I said when I was talking about choosing a name, if you don't have your name trademarked and somebody uses your name as their name and make money off of it, you can't sue them because you don't own the name. You're just using it just like they're using it. So when you own it, that's when you can take action and sue somebody for using your name. But until you own it, until it's trademarked by you, then it's just out there. So I recommend waiting like a few months out just to see how things are going, see if that's really what you want to do, see if that's the name you really want to use. And yeah, don't get your trademark starting off. You can, but I don't recommend it because it costs very much. The next step is to open a business bank account. So you want to do this because it's very important to keep your business and your personal expenses separate, because when you're doing taxes, you don't want those two combined, and you don't want to get in the habit of using your business money as your money at first, because like I said, you want to put your money that you make from your business back into your business as many times as you can. But when you're using your business card or your business bank account for things that don't relate to your business, you're taking money away from your business, and you just want to keep it separate. And that's also why I say keep your job until your business is doing well financially and you have enough money to provide for yourself without it negatively affecting your business. So keep it still, even when you have enough money like to provide for yourself, you have enough money from your business to provide for yourself, still keep it separate and just put the money from your business that you want to use for yourself into your account and then spend it from your account instead of spending it from your business account. Also, you want to connect when you open a business account, because you want to connect that to your website. So when people buy things off your website, it goes directly into your bank account for your business. The next step is to create your social media pages and your email. And this is very important as well. All these steps are important, but this is one of the higher up ones, because your social media will ultimately be the way you make your money. And that's just it. Instagram, for sure. Facebook if you want. Twitter if you want. I use Facebook too, and I think that helps locally. But Instagram for sure. Instagram will get you out there. Instagram is like, that's where you need to be. If you have a business, Instagram is where you need to be. You will find everybody on Instagram from all around the world. You get customers nationwide. Find people that you never would have found just by, having a website. You need to market and you need to promote. Instagram and your other social media pages is where you promote your brand. That's where you market. That's where you meet new people, find new customers. It's where you network with others. That's where you need to be. If you are a business owner and you're not on social media, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because social media is where you need to be to get up there. Right now, so we have, in this world, we have social media. And if we're not taking advantage of it, you lose it. Period. Facebook is just like, I don't know, maybe I just haven't been using it right, but Facebook is just how I locally connect with people. I don't really use ads on Facebook though, so that might be why. But I do recommend Facebook, even if you don't use it like as a personal thing, still use it for your business, because some people only use Facebook. Some people don't have Instagram. So the more ways people can reach you, the more likely you are to make sales. It's Twitter. I don't have a business account on Twitter, but I do want to start one eventually. Twitter, I see a lot of businesses going viral on Twitter, a lot. So that's, you want to get in every field that you can to market, promote, reach different audiences, and find new customers. And lastly, your email. You always want to have a business email, always. If you don't have a business phone, that's fine. Use your business email. And email accounts are free. That's a free way to contact your customers and your business partners and whoever else you may need to contact through email. So get an email through Gmail. You can get one through iCloud. You can get one through Yahoo. I don't know what other places, but I have a Gmail, and it's the easiest way to communicate to your customers without giving them your personal phone number if you don't have a business phone. So email, use email, use it. Number 9 is to create your website. This is where you make your money. You want your website to be bomb. I don't care what nobody say. You need a good website. Whether it's simple, whether it's glamorous, whether it's colorful, whether it's black and white, you want it to represent your brand. You want it to fit with your color schemes and your logo and your products. You want it to all flow together. So create a website through either, well, I can't tell you where to create it, but I created my website through Shopify. There's also Wix, Big Cartel, others I don't really know, but I recommend Shopify. It's very convenient, easy to use, and my plan, I think it's $30 a month. Yeah, I think it's $30 a month, which is not bad at all for all the things you get. And there's other types of plans that you can get. There's less, I don't know if mine is the cheapest one. There might be one cheaper, and there's also ones more expensive that you obviously get more features. So You can customize your website yourself however you want to, or you can pay somebody to make your website. Starting off, I recommend you just do it yourself because it's in my opinion, it's not that hard. I am kind of tech savvy though, but I mean, it's really not that hard. You just have to play around with it, and then, you know, figure out your way around it and use it to your advantage. But if you're just not good with good with technology and stuff, then there's always graphic designers who will design your website for you. That's another way to go, but that's kind of expensive, which is why I don't recommend you do it starting out. Also, you can buy a domain. A domain is what you type in to get to the website. So www.google.com. Mine is www.sanaya.shop. And I paid for my domain. It's $15 for a whole year. So every year it's $15, which is really nothing. So I do recommend getting a custom domain because you want your website to be easy to find. You want people to, you know, easily navigate to your website. If people can't find your website, how will they buy from it? Doesn't make sense, does it? No. So yeah, if you don't buy a domain, it's a lot of times it'll be like mine would have been sanaya.myshopify.com or whatever. Like, it'll be a whole long thing of words that don't need to be in your website domain. If you just buy it, it'll give you a more like professional look, a more, you know, it'll just make you look better, if you get what I'm saying. My 10th step is to brand your business. This is what you want to do after you have your logo made, you have your website, you have your social media, you have all the other stuff that I mentioned before. This is branding. Now, branding, the number one thing you want to get is business cards. Business cards can make you so much money. I'm just say that. When you go out, say, okay, you sell wigs. If you go outside, you go to Walmart, you got your bomb wig on, and you get so many compliments. Oh, girl, I like your wig. Your wig good. Your wig look good, girl. Where you get that hair from? Hand them your business card. I make wigs. This is from my company. Go on my website and get you a wig. Give them that business card. Here. This is my business card. And it's not all that fancy or anything. It's like a credit card, I guess. But on the back, what does it have? It has my website. Oh, that's my email, my website, and my Instagram. Give them this. This will give them everything they need. If they don't have social media, they have your website. If they don't have, I don't know, if they don't have whatever, they can email you. They got a question, they can email you. Your business card will make or break you. This is your network. This is your sale. This is your new customer. This is everything you need on this one card. So get business cards. This is what you need at all times. Keep this on you at all times. This is your branding key. This is your key to networking, sales, everything. Next, thank you cards. These are not required, but highly recommended because you want your customers to know that you care, that you're not, you know, just getting their money. You want them, like, you want to say thank you for, you know, supporting my business. Thank you for shopping with me. And a lot of business cards have, thank you cards have like a discount code on them. You don't have to put a discount code, but mine has like this side, tag us in your selfies, so we can post them on the page, and then the other side, thank you for your purchase, and then enjoy 20% off your next purchase with this code. And it also has the website on it, so like they can find you again in case they lost you from before. They can use that to find you. Other branding things, like if you sell bundles, you can use hang tags, bundle wraps. If you sell clothes, you can use tags. Anybody can use stickers. I use stickers. If you want to brand your mailers, like these things, then you can pay to get custom mailers and things. But branding, like, the only thing you really need to begin with is just your business cards. I say, if you're on a budget, just get the business cards. I do recommend thank you cards, but they're not required. All the other stuff not required, but they're highly recommended if you want your brand to look like you put effort into it. You want it to look like you're really doing something that you care about. You don't want it to look like, oh, you just slaying bundles. Here you go, you know what I'm trying to say. You want your brand to look like you put effort into it, and you want your brand to be recognized. So whenever you see like this color scheme, you know that's my brand because that's the colorway that I use. You know that's my brand. You see this logo, you know that's my brand. You have to brand your brand. So the last step is to buy inventory. Now, I say this is the last step because you want to make sure you have everything else set up right before you buy inventory. If you can't get through these steps, then being an entrepreneur is not for you. So the last step is buying inventory. So you see if all this work is worth it for you, then it's time to really invest your money into what you want to sell, what you want to do, this, that, and the third. So if you sell lip gloss, you have to buy the lip gloss base. You have to buy the lip gloss containers. Not containers, but you know, this little thing. If you're selling clothes, you have to buy the clothes. If you're selling hair, buy your inventory, buy your hair. If you're selling lashes, buy your lashes. If you're selling accessories, buy your accessories. Whatever it is that you're doing, buy your inventory last, because you want to, like, you can't sell your inventory if you don't have a logo. Like, you want to make sure you have all those other steps right in place before you do those. And you buy inventory for the first time, I want to say start small, because you never know, like, this is your first time buying inventory. Excuse me. You don't know what your customers like yet. You don't know if that's going to sell well. You don't know if that color is really popular. You don't know. And you also don't know, like, about, you know, the quality. So I do recommend doing a test run before you just start selling stuff. Ask the vendor or whoever you get your stuff from if you can do a sample. Try that sample out, see if you like it, and then go ahead and do a bigger order and use that order to sell or whatever. So yeah, make sure you do a test run first. You don't want to, you know, just buy $500 worth of clothes and they're all horrible quality, you know, just not what you expected, because you know a lot of times vendors do scam and they will sell you stuff. They will show you the pictures and it's not their pictures. They will show you the hair that's not their hair, stuff like that. Just be careful of what you're buying. Try to do your research first. Make sure they're like a verified, like legit company to buy through. Don't empty out your savings account and buy hair if you're not gonna put in the effort to sell it. Don't empty out your bank account to buy lashes if you're not gonna put in the effort to sell the lashes, because then you just wasted your money. That's why I say buy your inventory last, because after you put in all this other work, you're gonna have the motivation to do, you know, to get to the point, to get to selling what you want to sell. To end this video, I want to give you guys a couple tips. First tip is going to be ready to take risks with your money. As many of you have probably heard in the past, scared money don't make no money. You can't be scared. Entrepreneur and scared are not in the same category. This entrepreneur and this scared, they don't mix. Like, it's like oil and water. They don't mix. You can't be scared and you can't be an entrepreneur at the same time. You're either scared or you're an entrepreneur. It don't mix. So scared money don't make no money. You gotta be able to, you gotta have the confidence within yourself to invest your money and tell yourself, I'm gonna sell this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna do this. You can't just, you know, not put the effort in and get mad because you didn't get the results you wanted, because you didn't put the effort in to get the results. Like, you have to, you know, put the effort in, do the work, and you will get the results that you want. I promise you. Last tip, don't give up, because a lot of businesses fail just because somebody gave up too soon. Like, you never know when you're gonna win. Tomorrow could be the day you win, so don't give up today. I saw a quote like that on Facebook or something. Tomorrow could be the day I win, so what I look like giving up? Like a fool. Don't give up, because you never know what God could throw at you or what life can throw at you. There's this myth that people think like when they first start their business, it's just gonna take off, which is the case for some people. Not saying that you can't, like that won't happen, but it takes time. You have to put yourself out there. You have to invest. You have to promote. You have to market. You have to network. It's not just boom, I started a business and it's booming. That don't work. A lot of times it don't work like that unless you're probably famous already. A lot of famous people start businesses and their business just boom from the start because people support them just because they're famous. But if you're not famous, it might not work out that way. So be careful, because don't go in with the mindset, oh, I'm finna start a business and instantly get rich. That's not really how it works. You have to really invest your time and your money and do everything right to to actually see success. Like, it's not like, that's a myth. It doesn't work that way. Just because you start a business doesn't mean it's going to instantly blow up. It's not to say it can't happen. It's not likely to happen. My last tip is just start the business. Stop doubting yourself. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Stop questioning if you'll get support. Stop questioning if this was the right thing to do. Stop questioning yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You do not have to have every single duck in a row to start your business. I personally struggled with that because I'm really a perfectionist. And when I started selling hair, I feel like I had to have the bundles, I had to have the closures, I had to have the frontals, I had to have the bundle wraps, I had to have the bundle tags, I had to have the boxes, the bags. I felt like I had to have everything before I could launch my business. But in reality, when you're starting off, you won't have all those things. And that's okay, because you're starting. Keyword, starting. You can't be starting and expecting to like feel like you're already there. You have to give yourself room to grow and give yourself room to start off. If you're trying to start off at the top, it's not gonna happen. You have to work your way up. That's just how it goes. These steps are just to guide you and to help you get to where you want to be. But you do not have to have every single thing like planned out. Like, trust me, you will get those things along the way. You don't have to have everything perfect. Okay, y'all, that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave and stay tuned for my next video.